They like how you so cool, how you so fly, how you so fresh, you ain't even gotta try. Y'all pump faking, I ain't even gotta lie. Hit 'em with the hits, game winner switch in.
Tonight's game is presented to you in parts by the Frankfurt Eagles. Post 976, they are people helping people. By Day and Ginda Funeral Home, proud supporters of high school athletics in Clinton and Carroll County. By the healthy communities of Clinton County, making the healthy choice the easy choice. By the Farmers Bank, where you don't have to be a farmer to be a farmer. Let's grow. By the Willow Creek Barn, providing a picturesque setting for the barn wedding of your dreams. And by Tornado Roofing, specializing in residential and commercial roofing and repair.
And welcome back to Clinton Central High School. The home team, the Bulldogs, take on their conference rival in Carroll. First of at least 2 innings this season between these two teams. Next one comes up in conference and regular season play. This as part of the Clinton County Clinton Central Holiday Tournament on the ISC Sports Network. Alongside Rob Albright, my name is Greg Rakestraw. Time for our pregame show brought to us by Healthy Communities of Clinton County, making the healthy choice the easy choice. The choice for Carroll has been defense. They have been darn good at it, Rob. They've allowed one team to score more than 42 points so far this year.
Yeah, I saw them a month ago, and they're just sort of solid top to bottom. They've got a lot of size. They've got good guards. They're smart. They're experienced. They're deep. I really like what Carroll brings to the table.
Well, this is part of that just overall athletic success they have had over the last few years. Deep runs in the football playoffs, not as deep this year as they would have liked it to be. Great success in basketball, carry over to the baseball field as well. And again, not a great shooting team, but when you guard the way they have, Rob, it really doesn't matter because, again, they're holding teams to less than 40 points a game.
They do a nice job closing out on shooters. They get their hands on a lot of passes. They rebound well. They just don't give the other team a lot of room to breathe. And so you've got to really shoot the ball well to compete with Carroll. And
for Clinton Central, they're just trying to figure some things out. Brand new head coach this year, Nick Burlingame. They are 1-6 so far on the season.
And they're hosting the tournament, and I think if I'm scheduling their tournament for Clinton Central, I may have given them a different matchup in the first round than Carroll, but we'll sort of see how they handle it. Maybe they wanted to challenge themselves and sort of see what happens.
Let's get to our keys to victory. They are brought to us by Mulberry Telecommunications. Rob, what are you focusing on?
Well, again, if you're Carroll, just utilize your players. I mean, Falkenberg begins and ends with him. He's a great big man in the middle, and they have so many other players, so many guards. The one that I like a lot is Aiden Duff. He's a very solid player, good shooter, takes smart shots, really good rebounder for them. Just kind of dance with the girl that brung you, really, for Carroll. And for Clinton Central, they have to limit transition opportunities, be smart, patient offensively, find good shots, limit transition points for Carroll, and just really take good care of the basketball and take good shots, and they'll be right there.
And those are our keys to the game. They are brought to us by Mulberry Telecommunications. Experience the Mintel difference. We'll take this quick timeout. We'll come back. Starting lineups, our officials, and opening tip-off of game number 2. Winner gets Tipton, loser gets cash of Kokomo in the consolation game tomorrow night. Back in a moment. You're watching on ISC.
If you haven't signed up for Mintel Fiber Optic Internet from Mulberry Telecommunications, then you're missing out. We have various packages to choose from and speeds up to a gig. Not to mention each package includes a Wi-Fi 6 wireless router and access to our Mintel Smart Home app, giving you complete control of your network backed by our award-winning customer service. Go ahead and dance till your heart's content in whatever reality you want, even if it's virtual. Mulberry Telecommunications offering the best gig in town. Sign up today at Mintel.net and experience the Mintel difference.
At Day and Ginda Funeral Home, we embrace change while staying true to timeless values. Our commitment to putting families first remains steadfast. With up-to-date practices and unwavering compassion, we offer the highest quality of service for your loved ones. Trust to serve your family with a classic commitment in modern times. Day and Ginda Funeral Home, putting family first.
Starting lineups being introduced. No anthem for this game, so we missed the Carroll starters. We'll get them to you on the fly. Here are the starters for the Bulldogs of Clinton Central. Creed Menon, Brady Boone, Clayton Wells, Amron Barrett, and Cole Davison rounding things out for Clinton Central, who again come in at 1-6 on the season. I know they've got an uphill climb in today's contest. Clinton Central's one victory was against Attica on December the 14th. Here's the starting five for Coach Adam Tussinger. They do make one change. Fellows will come out. Carter Mullins will go in. you'll see Fellows play a good amount. Again, the two double-digit scores are Falkenberg and Duff. And again, Falkenberg is just an old-school post. He will just bang in the low block. Outstanding officiating crew. That is Josh Cook that has the ball in his hands. Rob Couch, top of your screen. Brian Elliott rounds out our three-man crew tonight. Falkenberg will jump at center for Carroll. And he'll win the tap away from Clayton Stevens. Carroll in blue, Clinton Central the home white. Thanks for joining us on ISC. 2-3 zone to start things off for the Bulldogs.
Yeah, no surprise there for Clinton Central to come out in that zone.
Trying to make Carroll shoot better than 21% from three-point range, and immediately a shot taken and missed by Hale, and the rebound corralled by Clinton Central.
Still in that first possession, you can sort of see the vision by Falkenberg there. He got the ball in the paint and made the pass opposite. That was the right shot. He just didn't go down that time.
21% from three-point range. Carroll is making less than 3 threes per game. But they come in at 6-0 on the season. Both these teams were off last weekend. Carroll last time out beat North Newton 61-27. Turnover by Clinton Central. Hale had it knocked away. That was off the hands of Brady Boone. Underneath out of bounds to Carroll.
A good tap from behind there by the Clinton Central defense. I think if I'm a betting man, I bet the under in this game, given the first possession by Clinton Central.
Three from the corner is good. Aiden Duff.
That's got to be beautiful sight for Coach Tussinger to see one go down early.
Duff, a 57% field goal shooter. 13 points, 4 rebounds, 4.5 assists a game. Last year, Carroll beat Clinton Central 65-48. Rebound taken away, or the ball stolen away. Back-to-back turnovers by the Bulldogs. Good skip pass. Duff will pull from the free throw line and score it. Well, it's the family tradition. His brother, the all-time leading scorer at Carroll. Aiden with both baskets so far. Early 5-0 lead for the Cougars.
You can really see that good job Carroll does moving the basketball. They're kind of getting any shot they want just with a couple of reversals and getting the ball into the paint or into the middle of the floor and reversing it. They're getting what they want.
Deep three for Clinton Central does not go. Scrap for the loose ball. It's Hale that comes out of there with it. Falkenberg at the other end is fouled, and Eli will get 2 quick free throws.
We talked about limiting transition points for Clinton Central. There's 2 opportunities at the line to get their first couple here. In the earlier game, we talked about how the tough takes to the hole were so difficult to guard. And you saw it there with Falkenberg, good strong take.
Tonight's game is brought to us by the Frankfurt Eagles, number 976. Serving the community since 1905. With over 900 members locally, Frankfurt Eagles offers something for everyone. More information on who they are and what they do, visit FOE.com or stop by Frankfurt Eagles at 408 North Main Street in Frankfurt. 1 free throw made, 2nd free throw missed, rebounded, and Falkenberg gets the rebound, and Coach Burlingame says, I'll stop this right now. Early 8-0 spurt for Carroll.
And you immediately see the strength of Carroll just in the paint, their size, they're smart, they're experienced. They've kind of gotten the shot they wanted to get, and Falkenberg is such a load in the middle to guard. I'm not sure what Clinton Central has to neutralize him, but it'll have to be by committee, I think.
Tonight's game is brought to us by Day and Genda Funeral Home, with locations in Frankfurt, Flora, Mulberry, and Rossville. The compassionate, experienced staff at Day and Genda Funeral Home, dedicated to providing a loving and genuine environment for you to honor your loved one. For more information on our services, community involvement, please visit dayandgenda.com. Day and Genda Funeral Homes, where we put family first. This Carroll team ranked number 4 in 1A in the latest AP poll.
I'd imagine they'll make some noise in March. They're just so solid top to bottom.
In the sectional here, steal by Falkenberg, and Falkenberg was trying to throw it down. Davison was doing what he could to prevent that, and Falkenberg will get 2 free throws.
And he can do that. I've seen him throw one down. And that's Clinton Central's big man's 2nd foul, so makes things even more difficult on them.
So Falkenberg connects at the line. Was 9 of 15 on the stripe on the season coming in, a 66% shooter from the floor. Lawrence Lefebvre will check in for the Bulldogs.
He's a senior with some good size, so we'll see how he does against the big man.
Falkenberg 5, Duff 5, Carroll 10. Clinton Central yet to score.
That's kind of what you'd expect, is those two average 17 and 15 between them. So,
shot in the lane left short. That was taken a miss by Nate Wells. Falkenberg on the drive, right around his man, and lay it up and in. He had thoughts about trying to throw that one down.
Yes,
and
he did.
Kind of realized he didn't have full control going up, so just laid it up and over the rim.
Yeah, but again, just 2 easy points in transition that Clinton Central just can't afford to give those up. And they can't take quick shots either.
Hale on the rebound. All the way down the lane. Runner does not go. A couple of Carroll players fighting for the loose ball. Could not hang on to it.
Good job there by Hale, though, getting the ball in the middle of the floor. He missed the shot, but he got the ball where it needed to go.
Good baseline drive. Foul going to be called against Aiden Duff, and we'll see 2 free throws coming up for the Bulldogs.
Let's see if we can break the ice here for Clinton Central.
It'll be Creed Menon to go to the line to shoot 2. Tonight's game brought to us part by Tornado Roofing. If you need quality work from a qualified company, then look no further than Tornado Roofing. We offer free estimates, financing, even handle insurance claims. Give us a call at 765-670-6440. Visit tornadoroof.com for more information.
I got one on the board now for Clinton Central, so let's see if they can get a stop and score again and get back in this thing real quick.
Makes them both. Bulldogs last year 3-20. It has been a bit of an uphill climb in hoops as of late for Clinton Central.
A game like this is just so tough for them. They just don't have the athletes that Carroll has.
Missed shot, but Falkenberg is there and gets the putback to go. Falkenberg with 9.
That's 9, quick and easy, too, in less than 4 minutes. He'll be the best player on the floor for most of the game. He's very, very talented, skilled, and experienced, so I expect a lot from him tonight.
Just kind of threw that one at the rim as Menon knew he was in a tough spot. Falkenberg just leads the fast break. Good block-to-block pass and off the window score it. Another timeout, full timeout taken by Clinton Central. And all Cougars in this one. They lead at 16-2 here early in the first quarter. We're back in a moment on ISC.
Former WNBA star Katie Douglas Poe is now the owner of fitness franchises that help people get healthier and more active. And even though she comes from the world of elite athletics, Katie's favorite customers are the ones pursuing modest goals. We're proud to provide her with that same kind of personal support and individual attention to her finances, which is why, when it comes to her banking, Katie is a farmer. The Farmers Bank. Let's grow.
So a couple of timeouts taken already by Clinton Central. And Nick Burlingame in his first year as the head coach at Clinton Central. Spent 3 years as the head coach at Lakeland, 2018-19 and 2020. His best year, his first at Lakeland, where he went 16-10. And as a Clinton Central team that, well, they have not had a winning record, have the Bulldogs, in some 18 years. Got to go back to 2007. The last time they won more than they lost. Their best seasons were under the brief leadership of Fonzo White, who these days is the head coach at Floyd Central. Fonzo won 20 games in his 2 seasons as the head coach of the Bulldogs.
I'd forgotten he was there.
Almost a steal. Almost a turnover. It was Amron Barrett that struggling to hang on to it.
I want to find the almost casino. I almost win a lot at those places.
Well, most casinos are pretty good at making sure you almost do that on a regular basis.
That's correct.
Barrett on the drive, up and under in the lane, and got it to go. First field goal for Clinton Central. Falkenberg. No, but he's fouled. And Falkenberg will make a path to the free throw line potentially in tonight's game.
I think he'll kind of get there when he wants to. You can sort of see how important it is for Clinton Central to just score and get back on defense. they've almost got to rotate 3 or 4 back on every shot, regardless of who shoots it.
And the section will be played here this year at Clinton Central as Falkenberg misses. Carroll, Clinton Prairie, Clinton Central, Ross are the local teams. Frontier is a team that virtually all of those play on a regular basis. But then Traders Point Christian from the Zionsville, Whitestown area, and Bethesda Christian of Brownsburg also included in the group this year. And again, Bethesda Christian have been kind of in the Indianapolis 1A sectional for many years.
Yeah.
Made it all the way to the 1A state finals last year. Bethesda 3-5 so far this season.
Usually got a real solid team there, have for years.
And they play a lot of 3A and 4A competition, so that record could be a bit misleading.
Yeah, and that's by design. They want to prepare themselves for the tournament. A lot of coaches do that.
Catch and shoot 3 for the Bulldogs does not go, but the ball finds Nate Wells. Brady Boone fires, can't get it to go, and the rebound corralled by Kason Fellows, who is in there for Carroll. Extra pass, wing 3, left side, got it. 3 made by Coy Lytle, his first field goal.
Again, beautiful thing to see for Coach Tessinger as those 3-pointers go down, but that offense is so good, gets the ball into the paint and kicks it back out after the defense collapses, and they got a wide open shot and knocked it down.
Lytle 5 points and 4 rebounds a game. In the early lead for Carroll. And Carroll, the defense has been there every night. This may end up being their best offensive night of this early season. Barrett's shot does not go, and the rebound to Fellows, who finds Lytle before potentially falling out of bounds.
If you're with us for the first game, you can kind of watch Carroll play defense. They're playing real solid man-to-man, but their help is really good.
3 does not go.
One thing I don't want Carroll to do is make a couple of those threes and then kind of fall in love with it.
Lytle almost picked the pocket of the Clinton Central player. Bulldogs last played against Tri-Central, losing by 13 in a league game. Of course, these are 2 conference rivals as well. In the Hoosier Heartland Conference.
Definitely will see each other again here in a couple of months for the tournament. A little better patience this time by Clinton Central.
And Norman Dale would approve of this possession.
He definitely would.
On the drive. I think it's going to be before the shot, says Rob Couch, but it is a foul. Foul against Fellows. Second Carroll foul, underneath out of bounds here for the Bulldogs.
Always count on a couple of good Hoosiers reference from Greg Rakestraw on every game you broadcast.
Well, the ISC Sports Network is the official broadcast home of the Hoosier Gym Classic, April 26th. Girls game starts at 11 o'clock, by the way.
Obligation on your part, right?
And I may be on the board of the Milan 54 Museum as well, so it may be a bit ingrained into my head.
As it should be and as it needs to be. I do know where we are.
Final minute here of quarter number 1. Good move. Leads to a good look from 3 that just couldn't knock it down. Good tough rebound by Davison. Then he is fouled.
Really nice job there by Cole Davison. Used his body and elevated to get a real nice rebound and kind of pushed Falkenberg under the rim to go get it and drew a foul on him. Really nice job there.
Colby Butcher and Falkenberg both on the low block. So Davison, the senior, will shoot 2.
That's 2 big 6'4" to 6'5" kids there for Carroll. Difficult for any team to deal with.
Davison connects. 4 seniors in his playing rotation for the Bulldogs. Clinton Central now has just 2 road games between now and February the 15th. So you hope they can maybe turn some things around here on their home floor. Look ahead pass to Falkenberg, and Falkenberg got fouled. Again, Barrett was certainly aware that Falkenberg was trying to line one up here.
Oh gosh. Attempted a charge there, and he kind of backed away at the last second. Like you said, Falkenberg can kind of make his living at the foul line tonight, probably.
Falkenberg 4 of 6 from the stripe so far. Davison will check back out with 2 fouls. And Falkenberg connects. Eli was our guest on the Coca-Cola of Kokomo tip-off special we filmed back in November. Coach Tushner's great about bringing his kids over every year to be a part of that event. Greatly appreciate that.
He's a really nice free throw shooter when he makes sure he gets something underneath it. gets a little flat when on his misses, but when he shoots it right, he makes most of them.
Carroll comes in averaging 56 points a game. They are tracking well ahead of that tonight. See, clock is running down. Ball needs to go up. On the drive, good take, just could not finish. That was Creed Menon that could not get it to go. 22 points for Carroll in the opening stanza. Clinton Central, well, a little work to do after 8 minutes of basketball. We're back to Clinton Central in a moment. You're watching on the ISC Sports Network.
Frankfurt Eagles 976 has bingo every Wednesday night. Early birds beginning at 6 p.m. and regular bingo starting at 7 p.m. Packets are $25 and includes every game you need to play. They also have Saturday bingo the first Saturday of every month, with early birds starting at 4 p.m. and regular bingo starting at 5 p.m. Big game payouts each game with 3 to 4 chances to win different jackpot games each day. Great for individuals or groups because everyone enjoys winning lots of money. You must be 18 years or older to play.
At Tornado Roofing, we provide a complete range of services defined by quality, innovation, and expertise. We offer free estimates, have financing available, and handle insurance claims. Tornado Roofing is more than a name. It's a family-owned and operated business known for its committed customer service and expectation of going beyond our clients' needs. Our work is backed by a customer satisfaction guarantee to provide you with peace of mind. For more information, visit tornadoroof.com or call 670-6440. At Tornado Roofing, we believe in putting a strong roof over your head.
If you're just joining us, this is Game 2 of the Clinton Central Holiday Tournament. Game number 1 saw Tipton beat Cache of Kokomo. That's the Kokomo area homeschool program. We had a 79-50 in a game that frankly wasn't that lopsided, but Tipton was clearly the better team. So Tipton awaits in the championship game, and looking like Tipton and Carroll could be clashing with each other, as Carroll has an early 17-point advantage through 8 minutes of basketball. Up and under by Barrett. Nice move. Amron Barrett has both baskets so far for the Bulldogs.
That was a little bit more clean than the last one. Good footwork there by Barrett. And Greg, you mentioned it early on about how tough the defense is for Carroll, and it's just really difficult for Clinton Central to score.
That will be off the Clinton Central player, and Carroll was doing their best Harlem Globetrotters there on that possession. They were whipping it around like Sweet Georgia Brown was playing in the background.
They were a little bit low, though.
Catch and shoot 3 by Fellows does not good. Falkenberg again getting a bit of a breather right now for Carroll, so a bit of a different look for them offensively.
And again, good patience here by Clinton Central. Earlier they were kind of teeing that first shot out. Now they're kind of working it a little bit. Good dive there, nice pass.
Foul on the floor. That'll go against Aiden Duff. That'll be his second foul.
They ran a little empty set there on the baseline and threw over the top of the defense. Nice pass, just kind of drew the foul instead of getting the shot. They bring Falkenberg right back in.
Well, with Duff picking up 2, they needed Falkenberg's offense back on the floor.
Yes, they do.
Even with a 15-point lead early in the second quarter.
Clinton Central's coach is yelling patience. That's a good idea for them.
Good hands. And who touched it last? It'll be Carroll basketball.
So you really want to make sure you're going to feed the post. You got to have the right angle. That was a little bit too shallow of an angle. It got deflected and ended up being a turnover for Clinton Central. Still good patient offense, just a bad pass that time. Bad post entry.
And on the baseline was Mullins. Carroll gives it away. That time Falkenberg may have looked the wrong side. I think he had an open shooter if he had turned left.
Yeah, I think he kind of knew where he was going to go with it before he caught it. And when he caught it, he gave it to the wrong player for that play. But he sure has good vision and gets rid of it quickly. He's decisive in the middle, which is important for a big man in the middle of any kind of zone. You can really see how even when Carroll switches, their ball pressure is really good on the perimeter. And you know they got good interior defense, so they'll give that shot up all day if they want to.
Touch last by Carroll. 3 was taken and missed by Creed Menon. Got a couple of made free throws for the Bulldogs. Clinton Central averaging 45 points a game. They're Their season high was 65 in a loss at North Vermilion. And that shot is good by Davison.
Really nice play there. Faked the handoff to the cutter on the out-of-bounds play and kind of did a little drop step and got the layup.
And a steal by Clinton Central. On the drive, count it. The bucket is good by Menon. And so Clinton Central, a little bit of a run here, has brought it back to an 11-point game.
Carroll kind of lost their focus briefly, so you got to go get that back.
First 6 points of the quarter belong to Clinton Central.
This won't be a three-pointer, at least it shouldn't be.
Ball was tipped. Falkenberg from the free throw line, got it.
Pretty good choice on offense there to go back to him.
Falkenberg with 14. And Hale kind of got bailed out because that ball got knocked out of his hands temporarily. Allowed him a chance at a reset.
Yeah, I think Clinton Central wanted a travel call on that play and didn't get it.
On the drive, shot's good. Menon was 6.
Things a little bit too easy now for Clinton Central. I'm sure Coach Tessinger doesn't like that very much.
Clinton Central lost their first 4 games of the season before finding a win against Attica. Baseline corner 3 is good. That's Mullins. So Mullins, and that's 3 threes made already by Carroll, which is more than they have been averaging per game for the season. Pull up from 17 is good. Barrett, after scoring 5 points in the first 8 minutes, Bulldogs have 10 here in the second stanza.
And they made some contested shots they didn't make early.
Good find. Wing 3, no. And the rebound corralled by Clinton Central. Well, a bucket this time down makes it a 10-point game.
Again, the Clinton Central coach is asking for some patience here.
Davison just powers his way through.
Yeah, right at Falkenberg. Great play there by Davison, using that big body.
And a timeout called by Carroll. We'll see if it's a 30 or a full. It's going to be a 30-second timeout. We'll keep it right here. This 30-second timeout brought to us by Healthy Communities of Clinton County. Formed almost 20 years ago, Healthy Communities of Clinton County remain committed to the community by offering programs geared toward a healthier tomorrow. With focus on overall health, mental health, substance abuse disorders, reducing teen pregnancy, the goal is to make the healthy choice the easy choice. More information, visit healthyclintoncounty.org. Duff's been sitting with 2 fouls. Ever since that happened, Rob, offense has gotten a little more stagnant here for Carroll.
Yeah, indeed. I think that he's the one that kind of makes things go for him and get him on the bench. It just kind of they've settled a little bit for jump shots. The ball hadn't gotten down toward the rim like it did early. I know Falkenberg made that jump shot, but they were getting a lot more close to the rim earlier on in the game.
Block-to-block pass. Falkenberg off the window scored again. 16 for Falkenberg. And Carpenter had 28 in the earlier game for Tipton. This event was an 8-team tournament last year, just 4 participating this season.
So a nice adjustment there by Carroll. They moved Falkenberg off the nail and kind of got him on the short corner and ended up with a nice layup for him. They're doubling that nail on every entry pass in the middle.
Couple of good skip passes here by Clinton Central. Davison's runner. And Falkenberg got him clean, but Butcher.
And Butcher got him down low, I think, on the foul. I'm impressed there with Davison. He knows how to use his body. He's not real quick, but he's strong and can get kind of down where he needs to get shots up.
So as Davison shoots too, let's thank our friends at the Farmers Bank. At the Farmers Bank, we like helping everyone grow. We draw on over 140 years of history to honor the principles of personal connection and individual attention that have been there since our founding in 1876. And that's why you don't have to be a farmer to be a farmer. Let's grow. Member FDIC, equal housing lender. Davison goes 1 of 2 from the line. He's got 6. He, Barrett, and Menon, each with 6 points. And a 13-point quarter for Clinton Central and almost a steal. Barrett was just a step late.
You'd like to see your guard really go meet that pass instead of standing still like that. He subjects himself to a steal unless he goes to get it.
And he's picked up a couple of fouls, so he'll check out. Clayton Stevens comes back in to replace him.
Stevens
There's steal against that zone. That was from Kyson Albaugh that took that one away. Now Davison lines up a three and makes it. Davison with 9. And it's back to an 8-point game.
Carroll's letting Clinton Central hang around here.
And another steal.
And again, they're not going to meet the ball. They're kind of standing and waiting on it. At that time it was Falkenberg, and Clinton Central does a nice job denying passing lanes.
3 in the corner. Does not go, but extra possession for Clinton Central. The putback, no. That was Stevens had a good look. Would have made it a 2-score game. And Carroll scored the first 10 points of this game. Jumped out to a 16-2 lead and led by 17 at the end of the quarter. Credit Clinton Central for rallying here in quarter number 2.
So far they've outscored Carroll 16-7 here in this second quarter. And a lot of that due to some lazy passes and some really poor defense by Carroll, which is not like them.
Now Duff will check back in. Falkenberg gets a good look, missed it. So Duff's got to be careful. He's playing with 2. And was able to time that one perfectly.
Yes,
and then the take around Davison and just simply a miss at the line. And Duff again almost got foul number 3.
and Carroll missed one right at the rim there, so they're just kind of not playing as sharp as they were early. Now Carroll's gone to his zone now. Clinton Central recognizes it, and they're going to go to the traditional kind of 2-3 zone offense here.
Carroll doing this to protect Duff with those 2 fouls.
For sure.
Baseline drive, and Lytle comes in and rips it away. And then he dribbles it right off his foot. Menon got fouled by Butcher. And Menon will shoot 2.
I'm not sure I'd want to be in the halftime locker room right now for Carroll. Their second quarter's been really sloppy and it's kind of very not like them.
Some free throws coming up for Creed Menon. This portion of the broadcast brought to us by Mulberry Telecommunications. Let's be the first to welcome you to the Fiberhood. Mintel Fiber Optic Services offer super fast, reliable internet with a gigabit speed, streaming TV packages, and voice solutions. Sign up today at mintel.net. That's MINTEL.net. Or call 765-296-2885 for more information. Menon connects again. He's a perfect 4 of 4 from the line.
Carroll got Butcher out there and got Mullins back in for some more speed.
On the drive, offensive foul.
You just can't leave your feet. I know he saw his teammate, but he didn't see the defense, left his feet. An offensive foul there. You just can't do that.
So Hale's first foul. 5 turnovers in the quarter here by Carroll. See if Clinton Central may think about trying to hold for 1 here.
I think I would. Worst case scenario, you're down 6 at halftime, and best case, you're down 3 or 4. That's a great second quarter by Clinton Central.
Carroll does have the ball to begin the third quarter if there's not another held ball scenario. This is a 22-5 game starting the quarter. Clinton Central's won this one 18-7. Clearly looks like they're going to hold for a last shot.
Yeah, I would say this has been about a perfect quarter by Clinton Central. They've really played well. They've played smart, really disciplined, and kind of taken Carroll's game right to them and played the way that Carroll wants to play, and they've beaten them at their own game.
Now you got to go up here. The Bulldogs. Clock is at 6. Trying to create some space, and I think it's going to be an offensive foul.
He created space all right, didn't
Yep.
he?
Can't do it that way. Menon called for the foul. Has to be catch and shoot here at point 6. Duff will get that look.
Good if it
And
goes.
just leaves it short. But What was a 17-point game is down to a 6-point game. Clinton Central trying to pull the upset on their home floor. They trail rival Carroll by 6. Halftime show comes your way next. You're watching on the ISC Sports Network.
Healthy Communities of Clinton County is committed to reduce the risk factors contributing to chronic disease, including health disparities by decreasing stigma and encouraging positive changes. HCCC is here for the community with systems of care navigators, insurance assistance, prenatal classes, mental health programs, substance use prevention, and more. To help make the healthy choice the easy choice, contact us at 659-6063 or through our website, healthyclintoncounty.org.
Welcome to the Willow Creek Barn, where nature's beauty meets rustic elegance. From the moment you arrive on the property, you'll notice every detail is finely crafted to provide you with the dream wedding you've always dreamt about. From carriage and trolley rides to breathtaking aerial views via our hot air balloon, the Willow Creek Barn offers unforgettable moments that will last you a lifetime. For more information about our packages and availability, visit thewillowcreekbarn.com.
Davis Comfort Solutions.
At Davis Comfort Solutions Heating and Cooling, the name says it all. Davis Comfort Solutions will keep you comfortable all season long with 2 locations, Fowler and Colfax. They service most of central Indiana.
We've got the air necessities, great service and efficiencies, bringing peace and comfort to your life.
DavisComfortSolutions.com.
Hey there, my name is Jake Query.
And I'm Derek Schultz.
And we are part of, actually, the entirety of, at least from an on-air standpoint, Query and Schultz on the ISC Sports Network. It's appropriately named. It's charitably award-winning. And Derek, now we venture into season number 5. Hard to believe.
5 of them. 5 of them. Can you believe it? 2 best buds, talking Colts, Pacers, Indiana sports, every Tuesday night, 7:30, ISC Sports Network, and on socials as well.
It is made possible, of course, by the people who watch and listen every single week. We are most appreciative. We look forward to season number 5.
Day and Ginda Funeral Home, proudly putting family first, strives to care and honor the families of Clinton and Carroll County in ways that share the loved one's story. In our effort to serve your family at the highest of quality, we have added our own crematories, one for your loved one and another crematory for your furry family members. Contact us for information on how we can serve your family. Day and Ginda Funeral Home, putting family first.
At Mulberry Telecommunications, it doesn't matter whether you play from home, learn from home, or work from home. We have you covered with fiber-fast internet. Whether you video chat to stay connected with friends and family, or operate a small business, you can do so with the reliability that Mulberry Telecommunications fiber internet provides. From streaming video to regular web surfing, the possibilities really are endless. And that's a reason for all of us to celebrate. Packages start at just $49.95. Visit mintel.net to sign up today.
Former WNBA star Katie Douglas Poe is now the owner of fitness franchises that help people get healthier and more active. And even though she comes from the world of elite athletics, Katie's favorite customers are the ones pursuing modest goals. We're proud to provide her with that same kind of personal support and individual attention to her finances, which is why, when it comes to her banking, Katie is a farmer. The Farmers Bank. Let's grow.
See the score at the break, 29-23. Carroll leading Clinton Central. Alongside Rob Albate, Greg Rakestraw with you. Time now for a halftime show. Brought to us by Day and Ginda Funeral Home, putting family first. And simply put, Rob, this game looked a lot different in quarter 1 than it did in quarter number 2.
For sure, and sort of what you saw in the first quarter was Carroll did what they do well. They let Falkenberg kind of run things on the interior and got a lot of shots at the rim. They got to the free throw line. Then in the second quarter, Carroll kind of fell in love with the jump shot a little bit. And Clinton did a nice job rebounding, limiting their own turnovers. They were patient offensively. And then Big Cole Davison used his body and got inside a lot and kind of took Falkenberg's game right to him.
Absolutely. And so, again, the quarter number 2 won by Clinton Central by a margin of 18-7. All the points from Clinton Central coming from 3 players, Davison 9, Menon 8, and Barrett 6. And again, part of the story I thought for Carroll was not having Aiden Duff on the floor for a good chunk of the second quarter. That kind of completely changed their dynamic offensively.
For sure. He's kind of a creator. He's kind of a do-it-all kind of kid. He scores a lot, rebounds a lot, passes a lot. kind of their catch-all, got him in foul trouble, got him on the bench, and their offense kind of stagnated, and they kind of forgot where they came from, fell in love with that jump shot, and let the game get close.
Stay tuned. Our Mintel Fiber fast halftime highlights come your way next. Again at the break in this second game of two tonight from Clinton Central. The host Bulldogs trying to upset the favored Cougars of Carroll. Carroll's lead is down to 6 on the ISC Sports Network.
Some see a student athlete working on a shot. We see a powerful lesson in persistence. Some see a student preparing for success on an exam. We see a student athlete preparing for success in life. Proud to keep education in front of athletics since 1903.
I brought you a present. A book.
Follow the adventures of the Ardente Dental team as they fight cavities, gum disease, and create beautiful, healthy smiles.
Inconceivable. Hello, my name is Dr. Snyder. You cause cavities. Prepare to die. Inconceivable. To make your smile look straight and fine, our braces per month are just $1.99. Inconceivable.
You keep using that word, I do not think it means what you think it means.
Have fun at Ardente Dental.
Welcome to Trinity Hope Center. Here we are actively engaged in our recovery community with a multitude of activities including peer recovery coaching, a full computer lab, grief groups, relapse prevention, pre- and postnatal support group, educational workshops for family members with addicted loved ones, expungent workshops, parent cafes, Saturday pro-social activities, recovery walk club, book club, and even video game nights. For more information, give us a call at 765-250-1845.
Time for highlights now, brought to us by Mintel Fiber Fast. And again, Fiber Fast halftime highlights. We went through all the scoring for Clinton Central. Falkenberg was 16, Duff 5, Lytle 3, Mullins 3, Hale 2, rounding things out for Carroll. So as these fly by, let's kind of talk about this team by team. And obviously, the halftime speech changed dramatically from the first 8 minutes to the second 8 minutes. So for Coach Tussinger and Carroll, there might be some paint peeling going on in the locker room. What overall is the message, though, he's trying to deliver?
Well, I think if you had it right when we talked off the air. You said they kind of took their foot off the pedal, and that's what they did. You sort of see here in the second quarter, they fell in love with the jump shot, and not everything was at the rim, and there's not a lot of help defense on that highlight right there to just kind of let him do what he wanted to do, and they're getting out hustled. You sort of watch him kind of just jog back and give up the easy basket at the rim there for Clinton Central, and I just kind of think they got out hustled a little bit. Carroll did in the second quarter, and Clinton Central executed their stuff. They rebounded well. They made some shots. They got the ball to the rim. Just like that highlight there, Carroll kind of just let them do it. It's really not their forte. Carroll's only given up 36 points a game, and they've given up 23 here in the first half to a team that they, frankly, should probably have not done that.
On the flip side of your Nick Burlingame, you've had a lot of teaching moments. Now this is the chance to point to the scoreboard and say, guys, look what we're doing. How do you kind of keep this team at this level for half number 2?
I think it's just a matter of exactly what you said. It's like, look what you can be. And it's kind of, look, we improved even from quarter 1 to quarter 2. We scored 5 points in the first quarter. We scored 18 in the second quarter, just kind of out-hustling them, getting the ball inside and letting our players do what they do. Again, I was so impressed with Cole Davis, and not only did he make a couple of shots inside and a couple of free throws, he knocked down a three-pointer too. That makes him really difficult to guard. So you kind of find who your kids are and who needs the ball where, and good teachable moments for them is, look, we can be better than our record right now, and we've done so against a really good team.
That'll do it for our Day in Genda Funeral Home halftime show. Day in Genda, putting family first. We'll take this quick time out. Third quarter action comes your way next. Carroll 29 and Clinton Central 23. You're watching on ISC.
At Day and Genda Funeral Home, we embrace change while staying true to timeless values. Our commitment to putting families first remains steadfast. With up-to-date practices and unwavering compassion, we offer the highest quality of service for your loved ones. Trust to serve your family with a classic commitment in modern times. Day and Genda Funeral Home, putting family first.
The ISC Sports Network is your home for sports content across the Hoosier State. Find us live on TV and streaming or archived on our website and our app. The ISC is your one-stop shop for the content you want to see, including high school sports, college sports, and other great events throughout the year. Subscribe to our streaming service and get access to it all. ISC, local lives here.
Day and Ginda Funeral Home, proudly putting family first, strives to care and honor the families of Clinton and Carroll County in ways that share the loved one's story. In our effort to serve your family at the highest of quality, we have added our own crematories, one for your loved one and another crematory for your furry family members. Contact us for information on how we can serve your family. Day and Ginda Funeral Home, putting family first.
Moments away from the start of quarter number 3. Before we get there, I want to thank our friends at Willow Creek Barn. Attention, all engaged couples. Discover why the Willow Creek Barn has been voted the Knott's Best of Weddings for 4 years in a row. Nestled just outside of Frankfort, Indiana, our venue offers stunning indoor and outdoor ceremony options with breathtaking photo opportunities. Provide the perfect backdrop for your dream barn wedding. To start planning your unforgettable day, visit thewillowcreekbarn.com. Have you set a date for your impending nuptials yet?
We have not. It's a long, complicated story.
Yep.
Hopefully soon.
Okay.
And you'll get the invitation as soon as I have a date.
Very good.
You'll have that.
Thank you.
You're very welcome.
Thewillowcreekbarn.com. 29-23.
Aaron, if you're listening, willowcreekbarn.com.
Carroll the ball, and again, 2-1-2 zone here to start things by Clinton Central. Wing three is good. That's Lytle, his second make from distance tonight.
Here I say not to take jump shots. Their very first one's when they knock it down. So what do I know?
So back to a 9-point game. Fourth make from three for Carroll tonight. Again, 21% on the season. They made 17 their first 6 games.
And again, a beautiful sight for Coach Tessinger to see a few of them go down because it makes their offense so much easier if they can make a few of them.
Barrett from the elbow, got it.
That's pretty. And so they'll pull up off the dribble, get the ball to the nail, and get it up. And he did.
Barrett was with it. Now 8 points. Again, all points coming from 3 sources for Clinton Central. They frankly are playing better than a 1-6 team from the second quarter on.
Far better.
Which, again, with a first-year head coach, that's what you want to see. You want to see progress. Duff, 3, no. Falkenberg on the crash kept it alive. Unfortunately, Hale had his heel on the baseline, out of bounds to Clinton Central.
One thing that's tough sometimes to get kids to understand is you can still get the ball into the paint and at the rim against the zone defense. If they start to settle, they can keep Clinton Central kind of hanging around. They're not a great shooting team, even though they've knocked down some tonight.
Duff plays with 2 fouls for Carroll.
I think if I were Coach Tessinger, I'd be very, very careful to get him off the floor, even if he gets his third. Kind of have to have him out there.
This is Brady Boone. Barrett able to track that down. And Clinton Central has been deliberate, and that's been just fine. Also shortens the game a little bit when you're a bit undermanned. Barrett pulls again. He's got 10.
As good as Barrett is on that little pull-up jump shot, I think I'd be really, really kind of reliant upon that. They've gotten what they wanted 2 possessions in a row, and they've cut the lead down another point since halftime.
On the drive, off the window, score it. That's what you need to see if you're Carroll. That's Hale's second field goal.
A little bit of a wild shot, but he made it look easy and got to the rim.
Now if you're Clinton Central, you feel Barrett's got to get a touch this time down.
Sure, he's there on the left, kind of in the left corner. He has the ball in his hands now.
Davison's been a pretty good creator from that wing for Clinton Central.
He has the big body. He can do a lot of things.
With a bobble, he can put it back on the floor.
Yeah.
Clinton Central is keep running your stuff. Keep going. They did use 2 early timeouts in the first quarter.
Coach Burlingame's got to be pretty happy with what he's seen. Win or lose, they've grown tonight for sure.
And this is their first game since December 20th A 13-point loss in Sharpsville to Tri-Central.
When you get the ball reversed like that, though, you got to be ready to do something with it when you catch it because the defense caught up to him.
And Barrett draws contact on the way up. That's an effective possession for Clinton Central. So Barrett will shoot free throws for the first time tonight. He is just a junior. Of their point scorers, Davison is a senior. Menon and Barrett both juniors.
The one thing I kind of like to see from Clinton Central is so far, I really haven't seen any kids try and do what they're not very good at. They kind of do what they do what they're good at, and they've done a nice job kind of hanging right around here.
Makes them both. He's got a dozen.
They cut it to 5.
Back to a 5-point game. And winner gets tipped in tomorrow night at 8 o'clock. Loser in the consolation game against the Cookville Homeschool squad. On the drive, Duff, shot blocked. That was Clayton Stevens in the back end that knocked it sideways.
For some reason, Carroll's getting in a little bit of a hurry, and they really kind of have gotten away from Falkenberg a little bit. He had 14 points in the first half. I'm not sure he's scored for a while.
But on the basket cut, that's an easy look for Coy Lytle. Lytle's first 2-point field goal, 8 points in total.
Couldn't tell if that was a the screener play or not. We got back to it too late, but sure cut like it was.
Davison for 3, no.
A little bit quick that time for Clinton Central. Good help defense there by Carroll.
Falkenberg. The seas parted and Falkenberg off the window.
Yeah, go back to your horse there.
And to Falkenberg's credit, he thought about an 18-footer and saw the path to the basket open and went for it.
Yeah, don't want to see a big guy settle for it when there's a lane like that.
Falkenberg now with 18. The pull from 17 does not go. That was Brady Boone, but Falkenberg and Lytle both kind of go for it and battle each other. Underneath out of bounds to Clinton Central.
It was a good shot by Clinton Central there. Falkenberg failed to step up and really challenge that. They just missed it. They got it back on the rebound.
Nice move by Menon, and that's the third foul on Duff. That was doubly good for Clinton Central.
A real nice footwork here. It's a good ball fake and kind of got him elevated, and he's at your mercy there.
Tonight's game brought to us by the Frankfurt Eagles, number 976, serving the community since 1905 with 900 members locally. Frankfurt Eagles offers something for everyone. More information on who they are and what they do, visit FOE.com or stop by Frankfurt Eagles at 408 North Main Street in Frankfurt.
As good a defensive team as Carroll has been this year, that's the 10th point from the foul line for Clinton Central, and it's kind of allowing them to hang around a little bit.
Well, again, this Carroll team only averages allowing 37 points a game. Clinton Central's in here on 31. Now, low block, Mullins missed it. And the ball is thrown off a Carroll player, absolutely.
That was a point-blank shot at the rim, and don't know if he knew how open he was, but that's the one you just can't miss if you're Carroll.
Chance to make it a 2-score game, this time down the floor. Ball kicked.
It's almost like Carroll felt like they could just kind of show up after that first quarter, and they kind of can't get the car restarted again. And Clinton Central's right there.
So our 7 players have played for Carroll. And in the lane, make it a 5-point game. That's Barrett with 14.
Barrett's having a real solid game. They've got him down low on this zone. I might drop Falkenberg down there to the baseline against that smaller player.
Little 1-3-1 look. Inside out, leads to a 3. Knock it home. Carson Hale.
Beautiful offense right there by Carroll.
He becomes the 4th different Cougar to connect from distance in tonight's game. All points have come from the starting 5 tonight for Carroll. On the drive, Boone got walled off. Great hustle by Menon, couldn't track it down, and now Carroll's got numbers. The step through off the window, missed it, but Falkenberg They're waiting. He's got 20. It's back to a double-digit lead for Carroll.
There's that transition basket we talked about earlier. Clinton Central just can't allow that to happen. They got to rotate people back on shots, and that time nobody got back on defense and give them an easy one.
Good drive and kick by Davison. Menon misses. Just one made three tonight so far for Clinton Central. That was a Davison bucket earlier. Low block, Fellows missed it. Falkenberg couldn't track it down. Let's see if the Bulldogs look to hold for a final shot. They do have the ball to begin the fourth quarter if they hang on to it here.
Now Carroll's giving a lot of balls up in the.
Now Barrett couldn't turn that one down.
Right at the rim, they're missing lots of shots up the rim.
On the pull, nice drive and dish. Falkenberg at the window. 22 for Eli, and now timeout going to be called by Clinton Central. So after Clinton Central had made it a 5-point game, a 7-point burst by Carroll with 1:23 left to go here in quarter number 3. Timeout taken by Clinton Central. We'll step aside as well. Back to Clinton Central in a moment. You're watching on ISC.
Rondell Sims is a successful entrepreneur and beloved grandpa, in part because he's responsive and attentive. That also just happens to be what he looks for in a financial partner. And when it comes to his bank, Rondell is a farmer.
For the barn wedding of your dreams, you need to experience our country estate, where nature's beauty meets rustic elegance. Schedule your tour today at thewillowcreekbarn.com. Voted the Knot Best of Weddings for 3 years straight.
Want to thank our friends at Day and Genda Funeral Home. Locations in Frankfort, Flora, Mulberry, and Rossville. The compassionate, experienced staff at Day and Genda Funeral Home are dedicated to providing a loving and genuine environment for you to honor your loved one. For more information about our services, community involvement, please visit dayandgenda.com. Day and Genda Funeral Homes, where we put family first. Thanks to Sean, Adam, and Elijah, our great staff, putting together tonight's games on the ISC Sports Network alongside Rob Albright. My name is Greg Rakestraw. Tomorrow night, John Natali and Jared Thomas will have the action here for you in consolation and championship games from Clinton Central.
I like what I saw there offensively by Carroll. They've kind of stopped just shooting the first three-pointer they get. They do a lot of shot faking and driving to the basket. That time, Hale did a good job getting the ball to Falkenberg for an easy 2.
Well, they share the ball really well. They average just shy of 14 assists a game.
They've kind of gotten themselves away from that in the second quarter and the first part of the third. They've kind of gotten back to what they do now. And they're just a couple possessions away from kind of gaining control of the game again. But again, Clinton Central's got to be very, very happy with the way that they've played. You know, they've hung in there against a really good team.
Menon, offensive foul. Yeah, second time he's been whistled for that.
Trying to do just a little bit too much there on his own.
It looks like another whistle was kind of given off camera.
They tee somebody up maybe.
So an offensive foul. So it looks like 2 free throws coming up here. So Falkenberg will shoot 2. Connects on the first.
You hate seeing that. You got to kind of maintain your poise and hang in there because you're in the game until you're not, and you can't give it back to them.
And makes them both. So possession was already going to Carroll. Now all of a sudden it's back to a 14-point game. And this was as large as 17 in the first quarter.
It's amazing how fast momentum can change in a basketball game. A few baskets and a couple stops, and you've kind of regained control again.
Carroll trying to run their record to 7-0 to start the season. Falkenberg, Butcher. And just couldn't hang on to it.
I don't think he was looking for that pass. I think he kind of thought Falkenberg would go up with that one. You play with good passers, though. You got to always have your hands ready. And Falkenberg's a really good post passer.
Davison got fouled.
Little reach there.
Lytle the foul. Carroll's got some fouls to give. I'm not sure that was the intention there, but that doesn't come back to bite him. Just the third team foul against Carroll.
Play good defense on the out-of-bounds play. Coach just called this one a bob, baseline out of bounds. You go from a 2-3 zone on the out-of-bounds play back to a man to finish it.
Barrett. Davison, time is of the essence. Clinton Central's got to go. Forces the issue and left that one short.
I don't think he saw it.
So Carroll finishes the quarter on a 9-0 run to give themselves a 14-point cushion, heading to quarter number 4, looking to go to 7-0 for a second time in the last 4 seasons. Back in a moment on ISC.
Frankfurt Eagles 976, serving with the community since 1905. With over 900 members locally, Frankfurt Eagles offers something for everyone. Golf leagues, bingo, concerts, kid parties, cookouts, and more. For more information on who we are and what we do, visit FOE.com or stop by Frankfurt Eagles at 408 North Main Street, Frankfurt, Indiana.
At Tornado Roofing, we provide a complete range of services defined by quality, innovation, and expertise. We offer free estimates, have financing available, and handle insurance claims. Tornado Roofing is more than a name. It's a family-owned and operated business known for its committed customer service and expectation of going beyond our clients' needs. Our work is backed by a customer satisfaction guarantee to provide you with peace of mind. For more information, visit tornadoroof.com or call 670-6440. At Tornado Roofing, we believe in putting a strong roof over your head.
Back for fourth quarter action, we mentioned the fact that Carroll are going to go 7-0 for the first time, or second time in the last 4 years. Bodie Bender's last season at Carroll, they didn't lose their first game of the year until January the 28th. That team made the semi-state round before being beaten by Central Noble.
This team's got a chance to do the same thing if they just play their game.
That was a Central Noble team that was featuring Connor Asigian, now playing in Nebraska. Catch and shoot 3 by Menon is good. Just the second make from distance for Clinton Central tonight.
It's a good called play out of the quarter timeout there for Menon. Knocked down a really nice jump shot.
Falkenberg, I think he was stunned that he was so open as he caught it.
A big guy like that to go to the hole that slowly, he obviously was shocked.
He's got 24, but he will tell you he should have 26.
Yeah, he should have just gone up and tomahawked that one.
Then had the ball knocked from him so we can go track it down. Get all points coming from Menon, Barrett, and Davison. 14 for Barrett, 13 for Menon, 9 for Davison.
You really have to credit Clinton Central for just having 3 kids score. They keep getting them good shots.
And that'll be a blocking foul. That's on Lytle. And really only Duff is in foul trouble for Carroll. Chance for a bucket here to bring it right back to a single-digit deficit. It's going to be a hold on Falkenberg, I believe.
Yeah,
yep.
They called it for it. Getting a little touchy here early in the fourth quarter. There's a lot of contact that's happening that was happening earlier they weren't calling fouls on. So.
And a timeout taken by Carroll, a 30-second timeout. This 30-second timeout brought to us by Tornado Roofing. If you need quality work from a qualified company, then look no further than Tornado Roofing. We offer free estimates, financing, even handle insurance claims. Give us a call at 765-670-6440. Visit tornadoroof.com for more information.
And Coach Tessinger's message here is just kind of, hey, listen, play without fouling for a minute and don't let them back in the game on the free throw line.
Carroll, after playing tomorrow night, they'll play a single conference game at the Delphi Oracles next week. After tomorrow night's game, Clinton Central, also a single game weekend next week. They will play at Faith Christian next Friday night.
Kind of getting down to it in the heart of basketball season, aren't we?
Both these teams have a bit of backloaded schedules. They played 6 and 7 games respectively getting into January, and a very casual turnover that time by Clinton Central.
Sometimes you can have that backloaded schedule when you think of it as you're a school, you're going to have some success on the football field. You get your players back late.
Well, part of that is what Carroll has done historically over the last several seasons.
Great feed.
Low block. Mullins.
That bounce pass on an angle is a lost art. Basketball is a game of angles, and that was perfectly done by Carroll there. Really nice pass and a nice finish.
Which is why one of my favorite quotes in basketball belongs to once and current Pacers coach Rick Carlisle when he compliments a player by saying he knows the geometry of the game. Menon again almost got dinged for a third time that off arm.
He did.
Falkenberg is trying to play a little bully ball that time and does draw the contact. And he'll get 2 free throws.
Basketball is a simple game to me. It always started with the letters S, A, and B, spacing, angles, and ball movement. Do those 3 things well, you'll probably win a lot.
So as Falkenberg shoots 2, I want to thank our friends at Healthy Communities of Clinton County, where recovery is possible. If you or someone you love is struggling with addiction, reach out to Healthy Communities at 659-6063 or at healthyclintoncounty.org. Falkenberg a miss from the line. He is the only player that has taken a free throw tonight for Carroll. And again, given the amount of zone that Clinton Central has played, given the physicality that Falkenberg plays with, that's not that surprising of a stat.
Not at all. He's got 25, though, so Clinton Central's got to figure out a way to take him away the last 6 minutes, but not surprising at all, just as you said.
Now, he and Carpenter, if that's the way it works out, might be worth the price of admission tomorrow night.
I would think. It's 2 pretty good players. Is Falkenberg going to go play in college anywhere as far as you know?
In talking with Eli in November, I think he's going to. Question is exactly where at this point.
Okay.
Foul going to be called against Hale.
We haven't had a chance really to see him as athletic as he is, but he can dunk it with ease, and I've seen him do that, and a really good athletic player.
Davison on the move, and offensive foul. Good help side defense. That's Lytle that takes the charge.
I don't think Davison agreed with that call.
So his 4th foul. That's a big one.
Yeah, you cannot take away an advantage of a big body when you got 4 fouls on you playing inside. He's done a nice job, though, going against Falkenberg all night.
Clinton Central now, again, trailing by 14. Trying to go man-to-man. Falkenberg fires the 3. That does not go. And Davison with 4 fouls was giving him that space.
Yeah, probably not the shot Coach Tussinger wants in that situation.
Step through by Menon, no. Good rebound and traffic by Lytle. Falkenberg leads the way. What a step around by Falkenberg. Just missed the shot. But then in the wash, ball off the leg of Brady Boone.
I'd like to see Falkenberg go with his left hand there. Really nice step around. And got to the rim, but tried to kind of go through the body with the right hand and left it short. I would like to see him go back to his left hand there.
Catch and shoot 3, no. And I'm not sure now's the time for a catch and shoot 3 off an inbounds play.
It's designed off an inbounds play. I think in practice you're supposed to shoot that. In the game situation, you got to be smarter and just kind of pull it back out and run your offense.
Again, the defense of Carroll showing up. 3 Clinton Central points. They basically scored their first time down the floor in this quarter. They'll have a chance for 2 free throws here. Lytle thought he had a clean block. The official thought otherwise, and Boone will shoot 2 free throws.
You ever seen a good block shot up top, and the guy thinks he got clean every single time? It's true at every level. They never think that there's a foul down low. But
the next guy that raises his arm on that play might be the first.
The first in a while.
So Boone misses. And Boone has played a good chunk of the game.
Nice shot there.
It's his first point.
Somebody else there on the board for Clinton Central.
On the drive, Duff.
Yeah.
Blocking foul on the pass.
That's the right call.
By the way, Clinton Central now will shoot 2 free throws for the remainder of the game with 4:31 left to go. Boone will check out. Kyson Allball will check in to replace him.
And sometimes you get that with a really good, aggressive defensive team. They get themselves in foul trouble just being a little bit too aggressive with the body, and that's where Carroll finds themselves right now.
Duff, now there's the move. Even though he didn't find his intended target in Falkenberg. Leads to good movement. Inside-out shot does not go. And Falkenberg now will test the rim.
There you go.
Falkenberg with the flush.
A good lesson tonight for Carroll is just focus on what you do well. They've made some three-point shots and kind of fallen in love with it and missed a whole bunch of them lately. And against a team closer than 15 points, you let them hang around too long, they can get you beat.
Step back in the lane, got it, and a foul. That's Barrett. Barrett's got 16.
He's really good at that little mid-range game and can kind of get it whenever he wants to. I'm impressed with him tonight.
Falkenberg the dunk at the other end. Certainly worth a second look. Barrett connects from the line. He's made all 3 of his attempts at the line. Mennon's gone 6 for 6 for Clinton Central. And they've got some pieces. Wing 3, no. Falkenberg goes and gets it and scores. 29 for Falkenberg.
And Clinton Central, you've got to control the boards. You're on the verge of getting back in this thing and give up an offensive rebound for a easy layup, and quick shot for Carroll didn't hurt him.
Ball was blocked. Out of bounds to Clinton Central. But the sands of the hourglass are starting to fly a little quicker here.
A little bit.
With 3:21 left to go in the game. Davison back in with 4 fouls. Lawrence Lefebvre had checked in for him.
Not a lot of movement there by Clinton Central.
Davison's runner, no. Lytle had it, lost it. Menon, no. And Falkenberg has one, find him. And probably tried to do just a little bit too much that time, did Falkenberg.
Carroll's getting a little bit impatient given the situation of the game right now. They're up by 14 with 3 minutes to go. They probably ought to just pull it out, run some offense, and see what they get. Instead, they're kind of giving Clinton Central opportunities here.
Davison fires a 3. That does not go, but last touch by Carroll. You kind of get the feeling the tank might be about on E for Clinton Central. They've done a lot of good things tonight.
Yeah, something to learn from. You never like to lose, but when you can lose and learn, it's sort of a kind of a sunshine and a cloud of dust right now for them. But they've got to be patient here down the stretch and get this thing to single digits and see what happens.
If they play the way they have tonight, as Menon fires a 3, and Falkenberg tracks another rebound. If Clinton Central can play in a similar fashion tomorrow, they will give themselves an opportunity. Good steal there, and a foul given by Carroll. That's 2 free throws.
Yep, putting Clinton Central on the line. As well as that Cash team shoots the basketball, Clinton Central's a little fortunate that Carroll doesn't. They've got to guard the three-point line a little better, but they'll give themselves a shot tomorrow night for sure.
So free throws for Menon. He's got 13. Attention, all engaged couples. Discover why the Willow Creek Barn has been voted the Knott's Best of Weddings for 4 years in a row. Nestled just outside of Frankfort, our venue provides stunning indoor and outdoor ceremony options with breathtaking photo opportunities. We provide the perfect backdrop for your dream barn wedding. To start planning your unforgettable day, visit thewillowcreekbarn.com.
A little offense-defense substitution here for Clinton Central. Bring Stevens back in.
They miss, but good hustle. Ball stripped. And then Menon gives the foul. And for Clinton Central, they've got one more foul to give.
Yeah, probably not a bad thing.
So Menon's 3rd foul.
Coming back with a little full court pressure here, or 3/4 court pressure by Clinton Central. Looks like man so far.
Duff goes right by his man, finds Falkenberg, and again Falkenberg was kind of stuck between a dunk and a layup and missed it, but Flowers read it, steps in front, and lays it up and in.
Falkenberg has to learn he's 6'4" and about 235 pounds. He can go the whole strong against anybody at this level and have an advantage. And I think needs to get a little bit more in tune with who he is.
So it's a 15-point game with 1:54 to play. Nate Wells is in there now, senior for Clinton Central.
Nice defense there on the perimeter.
Clinton Central's going to fall to 1-7, but again, they're making some progress as Barrett has 19 points.
Hitting that little mid-range again. Good shot.
And then Carroll throws it away. Again, Duff was going to throw it to Fellows, and Fellows was not expecting the basketball, hit him right in the back.
Yep. And again, when you're playing it and you've got a lead, you really have to know the situation of the game. At time and score, you've just got to know. You can't get in a hurry with a lead like this, because the one way you can let a team back in is just give the ball back to them. They can't score without it.
That'll be a foul against Carroll, so free throws coming up for Davison. So Hale picks up foul number 4.
Clinton Central has 12 made free throws. They're going to end up with more than that, but Carroll's doing not as good a job as they want to, probably playing without fouling.
Well, to put this in perspective, this is tied for the second most points that Carroll's given up so far this year. Cass 33, Tri-County 31, Frontier 33, Caston 43, Rossville 52, and North Newton just 27. Davison misses them both.
And you got to kind of go with the date that brung you, and defense has certainly been their calling card.
Falkenberg's got a chance for 30 here. I think he's also kind of handling the basketball. I think he wants to be fouled, basically, is what he's trying to get done.
He wants it back, too.
And Clinton Central is playing hard defensively, but not giving the foul at this juncture.
It might be just content to kind of learn from this one. And
we'll go ahead and take a 3 here. That does not go. And the basket is good by Menon. And now Barrett will go ahead and give the foul here. So free throws coming up on the 5th team foul.
Put Hale on the line here. He's got 7 so far tonight.
So free throws coming up for Hale. This portion of tonight's game brought to us by Mulberry Telecommunications. Let us be the first to welcome you to the Fiberhood. Mintel Fiber Optic Services offer super fast, reliable internet with gigabit speeds, streaming TV packages, and voice solutions. Sign up today at Mintel.net. That's MINTEL.net, or call 765-296-2885 for more information. Hale 7 of 9 from the line this season. Again, he's the first player other than Falkenberg to take a free throw tonight for Carroll. And that stat, 31 minutes and 29 seconds into the game.
At least he made it nice and clean.
As a team, Carroll 64% from the line. And connects again. So Hale with 9. Falkenberg, the only player in double figures for Carroll. He literally has half of their 58 points. Carroll on the record is 7-0. Clinton Central falls to 1-7. Menon's shot does not go. Falkenberg the rebound, and I think if Carroll gets this in the front court, that will be that for the evening.
Yeah, just kind of hold this one and finish this one off.
And no need for further activity. So tomorrow night at 6:30, Clinton Central will take on Kokomo Homeschool Program, the Cash Eagles. Then the championship game will be at 8 o'clock between Tipton and Carroll. We think that one will be a good one. Before we get to our post-game show, first a quick word for the Farmers Bank. At the Farmers Bank, We like helping everyone grow. We draw on over 140 years of history on the principles of personal connection and individual attention that have been there since our founding in 1876. And that's why, don't be a farmer to be a farmer. Let's grow. Member FDIC, equal housing lender. With that, let's officially get to the Willow Creek Barn postgame show where nature's beauty meets rustic elegance. Rob, your final thoughts on this one.
I'm really happy for Clinton Central. They were down 18 after the first quarter, and after that they won the game by 5. I think Clinton Central has a lot to grow on there. They kind of learned who their players are and what their scores can really do. And I was really proud of Carroll for kind of coming back and getting their defense back active in the fourth quarter. And they really rode their horse, Falkenberg, to a 13-point win.
Well, while our player of the game is brought to us by the Farmers Bank, it could also be brought to us by Captain Obvious tonight because both games pretty easy to see. It was Carpenter for Tipton. It is Eli Falkenberg with 29 points leading the way for the Carroll Cougars.
Be a fun game tomorrow night between Carpenter and Falkenberg. That'll be a nice matchup. Tune in at 8 o'clock tomorrow night for a nice final of this tournament.
And again, those are two teams that don't see each other during the regular season and two teams that for many years were both in 2As. There was a chance of them playing in the postseason. That's not the case now. Tipton being in 2A, but Carroll in 1A. Rob, a pleasure. Let's do this again soon.
I'd love to. For
Rob Albright and our entire crew behind the scenes, this is Greg Rakestraw. Good night from Clinton Central. Be back here tomorrow night starting at 6:30. Please join us then. Been watching the Clinton Central Holiday Tournament here on ISC.
Tonight's game is presented to you in parts by the Frankfurt Eagles. Post 976, they are people helping people. By Day and Ginda Funeral Home, proud supporters of high school athletics in Clinton and Carroll County. By the healthy communities of Clinton County, making the healthy choice the easy choice. By the Farmers Bank, where you don't have to be a farmer to be a farmer. Let's grow. By the Willow Creek Barn, providing a picturesque setting for the barn wedding of your dreams. And by Tornado Roofing, specializing in residential and commercial roofing and repair. At Mulberry Telecommunications, it doesn't matter whether you play from home, learn from home, or work from home. We have you covered with fiber fast internet. Whether you video chat to stay connected with friends and family, or operate a small business, you can do so with the reliability that Mulberry Telecommunications fiber internet provides. From streaming video to regular web surfing, the possibilities really are endless. And that's a reason for all of us to celebrate. Packages start at just $49.95. Visit mintel.net